So, as the Optimus Prime aficionado that we know you as, what do you think of this figure?
I don't like it. What Megatron is this?
To spend another $100 on it.
Maybe I'll get the the deluxe version.
I remember picking this up at Toys R Us before my job.
This one, I'm like, ugh. And that would have made me buy all three, but because they didn't do that, I'm not gonna buy any of them. It looks like the baby that Ultra Magnus and Optimus Prime had. That's and you just kind of like pissed on my parade over here.
I'm good at that, aren't I?
I don't see where it's really any better. Hey, welcome back, BVC fans. As always, I'm Bobby the Bot.
And I'm James the Con.
And we're back with another stellar round of news here. Maybe not stellar, but we'll find out. But before we jump into that, let's say thank you to our official sponsor, The Chosen Prime, where you can find many of the figures we'll be talking about on pre-order, or maybe they're in stock, who knows. Also want to give a shout out to our members. Really do appreciate you supporting us. If you notice the shirts, want to say thank you to Scooby Prime, who honestly, we didn't plan this. We just happened to wear the shirts that you gave us at TFcon on the same day. So really do appreciate that. Also want to say thank you to our subscribers, because without you, we wouldn't be doing this channel. Now, with that, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. If you haven't already, become a member. We really do appreciate it. Also, to the people who've ordered prints, the prints have gone out. You should have your tracking numbers. We do have a few left. If you would like to order a print, just email us at botversecon@gmail.com. And I think I covered everything. Let's jump into the news.
Let's do it. And let's start off with TFcon LA. So we've already talked about this quite a bit, it already seems like. And I guess it'll be the 15th anniversary of Transformers Prime and the 10th anniversary of Robots in Disguise, but not the superior one in my book, the one from 2015. And both of those are pretty cool. It's fun to see that there are still milestones to go to this TFcon, not just the 48th anniversary, even though that's the big one, obviously. So I think this is kind of cool.
I think it's very cool. It also makes me feel very old.
Yeah, I see that. So
40-15, 40-10. I mean, geez.
Well, let us know if you guys are going to be buying the whole Prime lineup. Maybe they'll have all the voice actors for them to get signed. You to get the figure signed. I know Bobby's looking forward to that bulkhead signature. TFcon, or TF Nation, excuse me, the mini con. I just mixed all that into one. And I think this is Reading, correct?
Reading.
I swear, I used to think that it was a reading where they were going to be reading the script. Anyways.
At the University of Reading. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So they have a hotel room block up. I guess they just put it up. So go check it out if you're going. That's really cool.
I wish I was.
Yeah, me too. Okay, on to some sad news. Tony Todd, who Transformers fans would know as The Fallen or TF Prime Dreadwing, did pass away. This one hurts me a little bit more because Candyman is one of my favorite movies of all time. And he's in a lot of other horror movies here and there. So he's one of the big actors in my book. So I am quite sad. But at the same time, at least he had a great catalog of movies to go back and watch in his memory.
I agree. Besides the Candyman part, I did watch Candyman, and I think he was in a bunch of movies.
He's in a lot, yeah.
And actually, some of the scary movies I did see, ironically. But yeah, that's sad. It's sad when anybody passes. It's also sad when it's somebody that you have a connection with from movies that you love, or in this case, Transformers.
Yeah, I mean, he's done a lot. I guess he also did Venom in the new Spider-Man game.
Oh, okay.
So, he did a lot. So, our condolences to his family. And I'll be watching Candyman this upcoming weekend for sure. I think you should too, Bobby.
I'm good. Saw it. Good. Don't need to see it again.
We can make this. I can make this into a horror channel, but we're not going to do it. So let's get into some leaks. And this is all for you, Bobby. I know how much you love your Funko Pops, so they are going to be doing Beast Wars Funko Pops via the Scarlet Joker and Funko Info on Instagram, and they're going to be doing Primal, Megatron, Rhinox, and Black Arachnia. So are you going to get multiples to keep some in boxes and take the other ones out?
No, this is all for you. They have a Black Arachnia. I'm sure you're loving that, and we, I know how much we have a story behind the Black Arachnia name, but. I can definitely see you getting Black Arachnia. I can definitely see you picking up Megatron, and I know how much you love that Rhinox. So this is your childhood.
It really is, and I do like all of these characters. I just wouldn't spend how much would that be? What? 45? I don't know how much they are. $40, let's say $10 each. They might be more. I wouldn't spend $40 on them. I'd spend that $40 on like a figure of Black Arachnia first. So
yeah, I'm definitely okay with this. This does not have my money.
Yeah, same. All right, well, let's take a quick break and then we'll get into Just Announced. And the first thing that we're going to be talking about is a little divisive, so stay tuned.
Oh.
Now let's get into Just Announced, and I don't know what to think about this, so I want your opinion before I go. And that is Studio Series Devastation Deluxe Optimus Prime. And these pictures are via In-Demand Facebook page. So, as the Optimus Prime aficionado that we know you as, what do you think of this figure?
I don't like it at all. I'll tell you, actually, what it reminds me of is when, was it Power Master Prime came out? The original toy?
Okay.
That's what the alt mode looks like to me, because it was so far. Yeah, it looked kind of cartoonish a little bit, like not the good cartoon-ish way, but like, just looked like it was a cartoon as a toy. I don't know. I'm very okay with passing on this one.
Yeah, I feel the negative Nancy come out when I look at this. So I'm going to talk about some of the positives. I like that it has a real working grill. The grill is the same on the apps. It's not fake. I think that's really cool. I like it when Optimus Primes do that. I also like the kind of action effect on the axe. I think that looks interesting too.
Okay.
The cell shading also looks nice on the windows.
And you don't like cell shading, so that's...
I don't, but it looks nice. It's not overdone. It's not for me, but it looks nice. Other than that, the front of the alt mode looks completely crazy with the different reds and the grill not being silver or white. It's kind of like a gray, but then the grill's white. At least that's what it looks like on mine. It doesn't look like it poses very well. I don't understand why this is even a thing. I feel like they could have just repainted like another Prime, and it would have been better than this.
And this is from the game, correct?
Yeah, which you can't even get anymore as well.
So I will say this: if it looks like the game
one just looked like the G1 Prime.
Okay, then yeah.
That's why I'm like, I don't understand why they would want to take a slot. No, that's why. Because there's no G1 Prime that's not the G1 toy design in a deluxe scale. So that's why they did this. Just to have Prime in every size. So, yeah. I mean, I've seen mixed reviews online and some people say, oh, give it the benefit of the doubt, it's a deluxe. Other people say it's the worst thing ever. I wouldn't say it's the worst thing ever, but I would say this is very, I think this is going to be shelf-warming.
Well, I would love to do something, and this is going to sound bad, but my shirt says you can't see me. I wish I could not see this.
Yeah, let's just move on, because let us know your thoughts below. I'm really curious, because there's been a lot of different opinions online, and this ain't doing it for me at all.
Yeah. Again,
I don't understand. I think another problem is I'm Optimus out. This year we have had 10 come out. It feels like.
Well, I get.
I understand why, but after the Studio Series 86 coming out, you have this, and it's like, Yeah.
That's where I think they messed up. You had a great Optimus Prime figure come out, and then you follow it up with this.
Which, I'm just going to say it, this looks like the oversized KO that was, what was it, Earthrise. Remember the Earthrise KO that was oversized to be MP scale? Then they were going to come out with Nemesis and SG and all these colors. That's what this reminds me of. I don't know why.
Yeah. And then what's up with the little thing on the back? It reminds me of Steeljaw with the little speaker on the back. And
that's the inside of the axe. See the peg where the hand plugs in?
Yeah.
I guess instead of molding the axe in yellow, they just painted it, which makes sense because there's no yellow anywhere else. So.
Yeah.
Or orange, whatever you want to call it. Looks like keyed orange to me for all my Bionicle fans. So.
Yeah, I'm good on this. This will not be making it. Even on sale, this is not for me.
Yeah, I agree. Next up, we have something else that I don't think on sale either of us would get. We won't take too much time on this. We got Mix Mashers, Bumblebee, Megatron, Primal, and Prime. So they tried to do this maybe about 3 or 4 times already since 2010. They're just figures for kids, and they come on like Technic, if you guys, speaking of Bionicle, pieces that you could clip together. So you can mix and mash and have all these weird looking figures. This abomination right here. I want to know if these make money because this is the 4th time they did it. I always saw them all over the shelves and they never sold. So I would like to know if these actually sold.
Yeah. Next.
Okay, let's keep going. Audley has Transformers 1, Megatron, Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Alita 1 17-centimeter action figures. I guess this is also kind of like the Optimus Prime for me. I'm kind of sick of seeing these designs made by every company and their brother. They look fine. Nothing wrong with them. But YOLO Park did them probably better. I don't know about the scale. I think they're about the same size.
Yeah, I'm... yeah, next.
Okay. Killer Body is doing a Transformers 40th Anniversary G1 Optimus Prime wearable helmet with some they call it detachable armor, but it's really just disassembling it. I think you need to get this one.
I'm considering it.
What would be your price?
That's where
because I don't know. I don't know what price.
I don't know either. I don't have any helmets. I've seen them go on sale at GameStop. I don't know what this one does in comparison, but I probably pay maybe $60 if it's like, amped up or something like that. I don't know, but
I think this is going to be. I've seen some of them go for $250 plus because this is like a high end, her end. That's what I'm expecting this to be at.
Negative.
All right. Well,
not gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, no. I don't blame you, but you should still buy it. Next up, we have Prime 1 Studios collaboration with Josh Nizzi. And this is Megatron. What do you think?
I definitely want to see it in color. What Megatron is this?
I can only tell it's Megatron by the fusion cannon.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
He has a scythe. Megatron, as far as I know, has never had a scythe. I'm sure there might be some, storyline where he uses one somewhere. But as far as I know, there's not. And it looks like movie Megatron, but it doesn't look like movie Megatron at the same time.
It looks like Megatron's head on the Bumblebee brawn? The Bumblebee...
Okay.
The
mm-hmm.
It just, I'm really not digging this. I want to see it in color. It may look amazing in color, but this isn't doing it for me.
Yeah, I'm not a statue collector, but I'd probably skip on this for a more traditional Megatron as well. Yeah,
Lex Luthor and his spacesuit thing
that does what it kind of looks like. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
His little armor suit or whatever.
Armor suit, yeah, it's a space suit, but I don't know what it is.
Next, we've got the Mini World Transformers. So I guess these are little guys with boxes that turn into like little play sets. So that's fun.
Do you have any more pictures of this?
I have one more picture.
Okay.
Yes, which I think it's what you're thinking of.
Okay, so then I'll talk about these. I think these are cute.
I agree. They are cute.
They're cute. They're not for me, but I think they're cute. If I was a kid, I would probably, like a little kid, like my daughter, Sage, I would probably really like these because it gives you a little play set to mess around with the figure as well. So I do like that. And then the box also looks somewhat like what the figure looks like in alt mode as well. So I do kind of like that.
Yeah, I agree. And I think what you're alluding to is that it looks like they combine. So that's kind of a cool little extra feature, I guess. I can't think of a word.
It's a thing.
Yeah, exactly. And it for what it is, it doesn't look bad. But it's not my cup of energy at all.
This took me back to Power Rangers. That's what it made me think of.
Okay, I could see that.
Just like them combining, and it looked like somebody in a costume wearing this combined mode, and that's what this looks like. Somebody's bad cosplay.
Yeah, I see that, but hey, I guess the more ways to display them, the better.
Yeah, it's creative.
Yeah. Moving on, we've got, where is it? Syann, Syann, 925 Silver Matrix and Transformable Silver Optimus Prime Pendant.
I want both of these. I do.
Would you really pay for them?
I would, depending on the price.
Well, they're full silver, so I'd expect it to be quite pricey.
Well, I mean, silver can be cheap. So
true. True.
So. But I think they're. I was reading something on it that they're made to order or something like that. So you have to wait a little while or something like that. I don't know if it was for both, but I think it was for the Transforming Optimus in particular, or it could be the other. I don't remember, but I didn't see any prices because I was thinking about the Matrix in particular. I think the Transforming Optimus is kind of cool too, though.
Now, would you wear the Matrix though?
I wear it at a con.
No, okay. I can't. You wearing that? But okay.
I'd wear it at a con. I'd wear, or get it, wrapped around my finger as like a Matrix ring or something like that. I don't know.
All right, take away his what's it called? His imagination. Next, we've got this 3D printed Soundwave by Darkest Hour Design. So it's huge, as you can tell, and this is really cool.
Yeah, this is amazing, and I haven't followed the whole journey. I've seen pieces of the journey, and I'm amazed. It's really cool, and I wanted to show this also because we had some people submit their art and their cosplay and those things. So we haven't forgot about you. We are actually going to record that episode and get that out as well. But this was really, really, really nice, especially the size of it.
Yeah, I agree. TFcon kind of came in like a whirlwind and we couldn't do it. But we will do it soon, and this is really cool. I just wonder if it transforms.
It does.
It does. Okay.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yes.
So, I think you need to go commission one.
Yeah, with your credit card.
Okay. Next, we've got Funby Studios. They're doing the arm for Prime. Which Prime is this? This is
Commander Class.
Commander Class. Okay, that's what I thought. Would you pick this up?
I would, and this is I'm somewhat debating. Do I like this enough to buy a second Prime to do this with, or just get one of the cheaper Legends figures and do it with that?
Why don't you just do it with the 86 Prime you have right now?
Because I want to have my 86 Prime as my.
You have so many Primes. Is it really going to make a difference?
I don't know. It might make a difference. Like,
do you like the 86 Prime enough to spend another $100 on it.
Maybe I'll get the the deluxe version.
Okay, that works too. Either which way, I think this is a really cool design. I do think the Megatron arm looks a little too chunky from what I'm used to seeing Megatron, but as a custom, I think this is great.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. It's so ironic that the comic is having such an influence on all these toys now.
Yeah, and that just shows that it probably is going to be around for quite some time.
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if Hasbro actually does like a leader class Studio Series Prime with a Megatron arm.
Yeah, yeah. Future. Or even worse, they do one of those Build-A-Bot, like where you get a...
Oh God, we're not even going to talk about that. Don't speak of your distance. We're going to continue with QQT's kit for 6-shot. Looks good. I don't know why all these 6-shot kits are coming out for a figure that's like
old,
8 years old, but it's a good figure, and this makes it look neat.
Yeah, this is like a throwback Thursday.
I remember picking this up at Toys R Us before my job. That's how old this is.
I don't know if I picked this up at Walmart or Toys R Us, but yeah, that's sigh.
Yeah, the old days.
Toys R Us.
Next up, we have a DNA design kit for Studio Series 112 and 114. I guess there's going to be 5 pieces to it, so that's pretty cool. It really looks like it increases Megatron's height.
Yes.
Which I think is needed, unless that's just perspective.
I was looking and with their feet aligned, it looks like, they're on the same plane. Like their feet look right next to each other. So, yeah, it does make... And Megatron's legs are kind of bent a little bit, so it makes him extremely tall.
Yeah. So I think that was more of the scale in the movie too. So
yeah. I don't know.
DNA Designs also showed off for you, because you do like that Dinobot Combiner and the Dino King that came from it. We've got the King Dino upgrade, which will come with Combiner arms, feet, crotch plate, replacement Dino torso with articulated arms for Goryu, 4 guns for the individual robots, 6 swords for the individual robots, new cartoon accurate Dino and robot head for Kakuru, and 2 new big guns for the Combiner that combine into a scythe, and all the weapons can form a battle station. So, will you be picking this up?
Of course not. I do think it makes the figure look better, though.
And that's what I was going to say. It does look a lot better. I really like the new chest. It kind of makes it look more like what it's supposed to. The feet are also much better.
Yes.
I think all around, like we said with the Dinobot one, much better. They did a great job. And I think the alt modes, besides the combined mode, are the best version. The bot modes don't do much. They don't change much. But I think these look decent. I think we always said this set looks better and decent. It's just, it is what it is.
Oh, this is definitely not what I would pick up, but yeah, I think it looks better in these colors, with the kit, without the kit, than it did with the Dinobots. Anyway,
I agree. Let's move on to another Dinobot, and we've got Cang Toys CT Longyan 04, Bronto Solid or Sludge. So it's funny that we're seeing this and the second one hasn't even come out yet. But what are your thoughts on these bot modes?
I want to see this in color. I don't like this.
It's really weird.
Yeah, I don't like the dinosaur parts, the tail and the neck hanging off like that. It looks weird. This was actually one in particular when they first showed the drawings of these that made me say I don't want this set, because it looked dumb.
And what's even crazier is they could be arms.
Yeah. I don't like that at all. They're the first figure. I'm picking it up. The first figure looked amazing. It's a great figure. The T-Rex, not the T-Rex, excuse me. The Triceratops looks amazing. Can't wait to get that. Swoop looks amazing. Looking to get that. This one, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah,
Okay.
the bot mode is not my favorite either, but I do like the alt mode. I think the alt mode looks especially with those missile launchers on the back, I think it looks really cool. It's probably one of the best Brontosaurus alt modes that we've gotten that looks the most like you would think they would look like. I don't even think these dinosaurs ever existed from what I remember. They disproved them or something. Could be wrong. Please. I think Deceptosaurus Den really likes dinosaurs, so please let us know. But the leg mode looks good too. You can't really tell that it transforms, which is always good, and you don't have like an arm and a tail just hanging off the side. But I think they might disconnect, and they might go elsewhere, because I don't see them at all.
I don't see them at all either, and this is a big figure to hide those parts in particular.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it becomes like some aspect of a weapon or something like that. Which
maybe they become like two beards, two braids on his beard. Or something.
I'm sorry.
That was not funny, but
I'm just thinking. My dog drools, and he'll have like two long drool things and
dinosaur pieces hanging down.
And that's what I just saw. And it was just hanging. He'll just kind of look at me, and I'm just like, dude, just don't shake your head, please. And then he'll shake, and they'll just all over the place. So yeah, that's why I started laughing, because that's exactly what it made me think of. Not that that's a funny thing when he does that.
Next up, we have a KO oversized New Age Megatron. So that's kind of cool. It's not very oversized though, from what I see. Don't know much about it. Don't know where you could buy it, if it's for sale or whatnot. I'm sure it will be, but it looks nice.
I find it funny that they have it on the fans' toys. You know.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
You know, false advertising. It's fans' toys, oversized New Age Megatron. You know, yeah. We talked about this, you know, potentially coming out. It looks like a KO. It doesn't look as clean as the New Age to me, but we'll see.
Yeah. Next up, we have Big Fire Bird Build Marshall Machine Maiden EX02. So I believe this is their wind blade that they're changing. But I still put it in, you know, the new stuff. What do you think of this silhouette? The silhouette reminds me of, and I can't remember the name of the villain, but on Naruto Shippuden, the villain at the end, when in essence I was trying to destroy the world, this is what the silhouette looks like. She was like white, had a white cape, had horns, and yeah, that's what I just thought about just now. Yeah, I think it looks cool. I'm interested to see how that silhouette turns into the other silhouette, honestly. I think you would be interested in picking it up. Now, I know from Blue, we actually got to try out their Insect Girl, and neither of us were very fond of it. So I'm worried about that. But I am interested in this one. This is EX04 Machine Maiden. I don't know if it has a name. This reminds me of Morrigan from Darkstalkers.
Yes.
With the wings coming out of like the lower back.
Yes.
And if it turns into a dragon, that's also awesome. So this one has my attention. I want to see more of this. If it's like Naka, which looked good as well, I think I would be more interested in this one than that, because of that, you know, connection to Darkstalkers. That I always like Darkstalkers.
That's a fun game.
It would be cool if she was colored like that, but I don't think she's going to be.
Yeah, I'm interested in both. That Insect Girl is the worst figure I've handled.
Well, it was false advertising because you look at the pictures on the box and you're like, okay, that looks, fine. And then you open it up and the proportions are completely different.
It sucked. I can't even say it. It was. I think it might be. It's definitely the worst figure I've handled this year. It might be the worst figure I've handled in a while. It was really, really bad. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to these two, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how Naka is and go from there, right?
Yeah.
Next up, we have Bandim, which, we've been ending these just announced with KOs of Optimus Prime. So here's another one. This via Shentu Toy Box. This looks fun for a kid. But that's about where it would end.
Yeah, I like how you can mismatch the front switch out, the front and the back and kind of create different vehicles. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's not bad for a kid. Yeah. I think they'd have fun with it.
Yeah.
So, that's everything we have for just announced. So let's get into what's new and updated.
All right, and now we're back with some updates. Now, I guess we're going to keep the trend going with Prime because we actually have Leo Convoy coming up. And this is from T-Spark, and this is the inbox images.
So I don't think this is T-Spark.
It says T-Spark on the bottom.
Oh, it does say T-Spark. Okay. I have it as Transformers 40th anniversary. Maybe it's both. Yeah, these are in-hand images via Rion Hobby 007 on Twitter. And we got the box. What do you think of the box?
I love it. I think it I didn't get a lot of the Japanese Transformers when they came out. And in fact, I think I probably only have like 3 or 4 now. I love this. It takes me right back to that. I love the colors. I love the colors on the packaging. I love how they kind of go with the actual figure as well. I like the transition of the red on the left going into the white on the right. I love the wording of Cybertron and everything else on there. It looks great. And the window it's sealed, so you can't reach in there and grab stuff.
Yeah, I love this as well. It's very reminiscent of the old packaging for Beast Wars 2 and Beast Wars Neo. I love it. Yeah, I think this is great.
Are you picking it up?
Oh, no. We've already talked about it. I don't like the cartoony face on this one. More power to everybody that likes the anime face. It's just not for me. Mm-hmm. Next, we have more images of Transformers 1 Sentinel Prime. As you can see, I forgot to mention this on the other one. There's no more numbers on the Studio Series. So I believe it ended at like 117 or something like that, which is very, very uninspiring. But anyways, again, this is in-demand toys. This figure does not look like a Studio Series figure, in my opinion. It looks like something you'd see in the main line. I think the mainline Sentinel Prime looks better than this one.
This looks like something from Play School.
I think it's the proportions. I don't remember him having such cartoony proportions with a really short torso and the arms that were huge. I don't remember that from the movie. I think he was more humanoid. Yeah, I box looks very fun. I do like the colors. I like the red and the blue stripe at the bottom. They did a good job with the box. I also see it only transforms in 17 steps, so that's a quite easy transformation for a Studio Series Voyager. And this is not for me. Not my cup of energon.
I love the pictures on the box.
Yeah,
and that's it. I mean, give me the box for free and keep the character.
I wouldn't even go that far.
I don't want the
toy. But let's keep it going. And we got Premium Collectible Studios Devastator. And it's funny, I look at this and I see all the third-party Devastators that have come out, like Generation Toys and stuff like that. They used as references for an official product, which I find hilarious. It's 45 inches tall, 42 inches wide, and it'll be $3,900.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, you should pick it up.
Yeah. Another one, you can give me your credit card and I will. Yeah. It looks fine. I think there was a Devastator we covered, I don't know, maybe last year or early this year that looked really, really good. If I was going to get a statue, I would have.
I think that's this one.
Was it? I don't think it was this one.
I think it's the same one.
I thought the other one had like damage around it or something like that. Not on the figure.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's another one. I thought they were the same one.
Because this one I don't like. That's why I say that. I don't really like this one. It looks fine, but 3,900. You know, if we can move the decimal point a couple of times, and it was $39. Yeah.
I don't even think I'd buy it at that. That takes up too much room for this. I'm not a big fan of this design either. So
the details in the arms and stuff look great, but yeah,
I think they did a great job detailing it. It's just not my favorite Devastator, and I don't like the Matrix shaped head.
Yeah, I don't like the head at all.
That's weird looking. I don't know.
Yeah, he got a football head.
Yeah, and he ain't Arnold. Let's keep it going. And Mod Fans Alliance and Zeta have Ford Mini, and this is a Legend Scale Ford Max. And I guess this is the old one that already came out, and it's retooled with improved paint and materials. I actually like this base mode. It looks like it actually transforms into a, it's just not a robot sitting down, which I do like. The bot mode looks good too.
I mean, this is what the base mode looks like for all of them to me.
I don't know. Like, I don't see like the legs just folded up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
This is what even from the G1, this is how the G1 did. I mean, of course it did have the one where it did lay down, and that's kind of
maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah. That's the third mode. But yeah, this looks really, really good in comparison. Now, with this being with Mod Fans, does the head, this is too small for the heads that they've released to go on.
Yes.
So
I think this is like 12 inches tall, if I'm remembering correctly.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, it looks fine. It looks, like I said, very, very G1-ish. Even, Titan's Return. It aligns with both versions. So I think it looks good.
I agree. I just don't like this mode.
This is the mode I thought you were talking about. Where it looks like he's laying down.
He's a spaceship because he's looks like he's supposed to be flying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like it.
Yep, that's exactly it. I didn't really like this mode either from the original toy. But this is how I used to carry him from room to room.
It makes sense.
Right by that tower. Actually.
I was going to say that looks like you flip it around and it could be like a 6-shot gun or something like that.
Yeah, he was heavy. But yeah, it is very spot on. So it looks good.
Next up, we have New Ages Oddball or Warpath via Meng Motion, and having all three of these do look good together. And I think you need to get all three, just like the cables from the back of a TV with the red, green, and blue. I think you need these.
I do wish that whether it was the green one or the blue one had a different color blast effect. Like the red one has the orange, and I that would have been really cool. And that would have made me buy all three, but because they didn't do that, I'm not going to buy any of them.
Of course. And I don't know why, but having the nozzle looking like that, I don't really like how that looks. But I do think they look good together.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah. I do think the blue one looks. I like the blue.
You need to get it because it goes with your Dinobots you have.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that's what you say now until you buy it. Next up, we have Rising Force Coyote or Breakdown, and here he's suplexing Wild Rider.
Yeah, I know Survivor Series is coming up in wrestling pay-per-view, but I don't understand why he's suplexing him.
I had to look at it because I was like, what is going on there? I had to figure it out. But either which way, both of these look good. I think you need to be picking up this Legends Menasor set because why not? You have fun with them, and these actually look pretty interesting.
Well, I mean, they were teasing this as coming out initially as a masterpiece scale, and they came out in Legends, and that actually made me cancel all my orders on these, my pre-orders on these. So yes, I am not picking up a Legends set of the Stunticons, even though I do love the Stunticons.
Yeah, and they look good.
Yeah.
Moving on to another combiner, we have Mecha Invasion Giant Legion, 4 out of 6. You could see, and this is via RJ on Weibo. And you convinced, from what I remember, a lot of people to go ahead and pick these up. And I think this looks really cool. Very unique, very interesting. I can't wait to get mine in. I do like that he kind of posed it with the other two. I don't think that they do pose like that, but you never know. Maybe there's an extra piece that you'll be able to flip it around to a more traditional Devastator. But I think this looks great. I'm excited to see more.
Yeah, I like the size of it. I mean, you can see it's standing next to Commander Class Optimus Prime.
Mm-hmm.
So I do like the size of it. I do not believe it's Scramble City.
I don't think so either.
And if it was the way these these arms would connect in this position, look terrible because it looks like he's a good size, and then he goes down to these little itty bitty legs.
Yeah, I think they're gonna like clip into it more.
Yeah, so
into the gray bit.
Yeah, but I think I can't wait to get the next two. Yeah,
I think this is going to be really cool. And I'm interested to see what the Grimlock is like as well.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything about that.
Not recently.
Not recently. So, and then of course, I'll just put it out there. Since James is getting this as well, people have said that they wanted to see us cover the Devastator Wars, so we will be doing that, and stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that. But while you guys wait on that, let's talk about Unique Toys R10 Justice Leader. This is a very cool alt mode, but it looks very complicated, but I do like it. As for what it is, I'm not going to pick it up, so don't ask me that. But I do think this looks very interesting and accurate.
I might pick this up.
Woo! This is like your least favorite design. Now, are you going to change that when you see the bot mode?
Probably. This looks great. This looks great, and I like the colors because even though it's Optimus Prime colors, it's
these aren't going to be the colors, Bobby.
Hey, don't.
They're going to have the flames and stuff on it. It's going to be like all blue with the flames.
No, if we keep it like this, I'll pick it up. It looks like the baby that Ultra Magnus and Optimus Prime had. That's and I'd call it Ultra Prime or Optimus Magnus or something like that. I would go with this. Okay.
I'm not even going to comment on that, and we're just going to move on because that is a weird idea. We've got Craftsman Toys Tactile Lord Drill via EG Spirit on Weibo, and this isn't in yet. I thought it was because people are already getting it in hand, at least in the States. And this looks really good. So are you still super hyped for this as you were before, or now that Bingo is coming out, it's kind of died down?
I'm still very hyped on this because this is more G1 accurate to me.
It's still very has a very stylized. Thank you. It's still very stylized.
No, this is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at my box.
If it was G1 accurate, the lower legs would be a box.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's certain things like that.
Maybe it's not cartoon accurate. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
It's it looks like it's an updated version of what we had as kids. Meaning it looks better, but it's not overly stylized in that upgrade.
Yeah, I do think it looks good. I'm not harping on the figure at all. I think it looks great. I really like the design choices they made. I just wish it was larger. The only thing that I just realized is I wish the treads were painted black. With it all in one color. Now, that's probably toy accurate.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not. But as you said, this is, taking some liberties to make it more modern. I think black treads would have been better.
Yeah, I think because I'm looking at my box up here, and on the box it has a picture that looks red, but they were definitely more like a brownish color. But yeah, I think it's a good upgrade. I mean, if they painted the treads black, I guess that would, make it stand out more. But I think this kind of holds true to the colors of the originals. The same color all the way through.
Yeah, I agree with that. Next up, we have Dr. Wu's Workshop's DW E55 and E55T Iron Fortress. Just the boxes. Boxes are fine. Not my favorite box design, but it still looks good.
Yeah, they look fine. What I did notice is that Scamper and Six Guns and the other one are not on there, so more than likely they're sold separately. Yeah,
now they could be on the back, but I agree with you. Since those were pictured separately, I think it might be a separate set.
Yeah. And I did look again because I was conflicted about why it turned into a box. Their Omega Supreme turned into a cube as well.
And Trypticon did too.
And Trypticon did? Okay.
They all turn into cubes like the 52 toys.
Yeah, okay. So, don't understand why, but okay.
Here we have Magic Squares. Where are they? Oh, excuse me. DX9 and MS Toys Swoop comparisons.
So, the DX9's in the middle?
I think it's DX9 and I don't know. It's DX9/MS Toys. That's what it was posted on Facebook.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, that's the prototype, and I don't know which one is what. Which one is the New Age? Is that the one that's painted off?
I think the New Age is on the right. Is on the left.
Left, yeah, and I don't know which one is on the right with the ball joints in the arm.
I mean, maybe Magic Square. I don't have Magic Square, so I don't know.
I don't either.
It's big. I like that size. It looks good. It looks really good.
Yeah, it's the same. It's Swoop. All right, well, that's everything that's been updated. So let us know what your thoughts are below, and we'll be right back with what's incoming. Now let's look at what's incoming, and I do think this is something that Bobby wants. I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. And he calls me this all the time, so I do think he wants it, and that's dumb. R08. I guess these guys aren't accurate at all, and I did see that when I compared them, except for the heads, and that's the one part I want them to not be accurate on. They look fine. They'd fill a gap in a movie collection. Not my cup of energon. Far from it.
All right. His teeth is
one
that...
of them. He has a gold tooth.
Okay. Yeah. I'm so good on not picking these up. Yeah.
Let's just move on. Next, we have Ocular Maxis PS22 Ventus, so blades. It was supposed to ship in quarter 2 of 2025. Now they moved it up to quarter 1. And they said that the pre-order cutoff is in December. So, and Groove should be shipping in November of this year.
Oh, I mean, we're in November, so it should be.
That's what they said. So, either which way, this isn't my favorite blades. I really don't like how the thighs go from skinny to big. That little two squares, yeah. It kind of throws it off for me. Honestly, this figure looks a little dated compared to what's coming out nowadays. This seems like it should have been coming out with Bruticus and doesn't have modern engineering. The arm mode looks fine, but it does look a little bit messy. And I really dislike the nose, the Rudolph the reindeer red in the front of it. I do not like that. I feel like it should all be red or all be white. I don't know what's accurate. If that is what's accurate, perfectly fine. But I have every right not to like it because I don't think it looked like that.
You just kind of like pissed on my parade over here.
I'm good at that, aren't I?
I think the bot mode looks great. That's a great. It looks good. I think the bot mode looks good.
It does look good. It does look good.
Yeah, you did hit, a little mark on the legs going from skinny to thick there. I didn't notice that. It's also, I don't know, like there's details in the bot mode, but it's also more so because of the breaking up of the sculpture, like scope, like the crotch area. There's details there, but it's because of the flaps,
hinges and stuff.
Yeah,
not detail.
Yeah. It looks like on the leg itself, those two little squares, I guess they may pop out or something like that, but it gives it details and levels of surface, but it's I think it's due to other aspects. I think the arm looks really good. I like how the side guns can connect to it as well there.
But how does he shoot with them?
But that's what I was just about to say. Like, he has to keep his arm straight down.
The most awkward way.
Yeah. If he goes to rub his forehead, he's going to shoot himself in the face. I don't know, but I think the alt mode looks really good as well. It's a clean helicopter. The colors, I can't remember how the colors were placed, but I think it is pretty accurate from what I remember. But again, I'm old and I don't remember. I was looking to see if my box was down next to me, but it's put up a little, I think, so I can't really tell.
Yeah, so I don't know. It isn't. I think maybe because Blades is my favorite, and I think it was yours too, of the protector bots. Then we have such what? Streetwise is your favorite. Okay, Blades was my favorite besides Hotspot. That I'm so critical on it. So
okay,
let's move on to another combiner, and we've got Dreamstar Toy Shovel Fighter, and these pictures are via Son of the Empire. He's going to be coming out soon, so stay tuned. We'll be doing a video on that. We should probably go back and do some of the other Devastators that came out, but we'll do that when we can.
Talk out loud.
Either which way, are you excited to get this in hand?
I'm excited for the opportunity to discuss it.
Oh, okay.
I'm unsure of my excitement. There was parts of it that I really like, and there's parts that I didn't really like. Seeing the transformation.
I'll be interested too, especially with how this leg mode is. Because at first I really liked this leg mode. It was doing something different. And then I saw it with the rest of it, and it kind of fell apart. So now I won't hold you to it. If this thing literally falls apart in your hand, you don't have to buy the rest of them. Like you did the aerial bots when 4 out of 5 of them fell apart in your hand.
Yeah, that's pretty painful. I was really excited when I actually watched Son of the Empire's video on the transformation, and I was kind of excited until I saw it going into leg mode, and I was just like, oh, okay. I don't like how that connects.
Yeah, no, I think this is a really cool updated leg mode. It's just not... It's too big for the rest of it, especially with Hook being the other leg, and it's so skinny. I don't know. There's a little bit of incongruence with there, but we'll see.
Yeah. I will hold all other aspects of my feelings on it for our video about the Devi Wars.
All right, I'll wait till we see that. Next up, we have Magic Squares cassette tapes, set of 4. These look really good, and I think I might be purchasing this for someone else. I think you'll know what I mean, but I think these are really cute.
They are very cute. And yeah, they are very cute. I'll leave it at that.
And I mean, look at them. They're so cool, especially the Frumble. I'm not getting into those wars right now. That is a very proportional robot mode.
It is
more so than the Sentinel Prime was video series. I mean, it does turn into a cube though, but I think all these are great. I think, yeah, I if I was a Legends collector, I would need to have them.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now I would say, and I can't think of the name of it right now. Auto
Scout.
Auto Scout. Yes, I think that looks terrible.
I always think Auto Scout looks terrible. I never liked that character, drone, whatever it is. So I have no comment on that.
Yeah. Now, I mean, it's actually, to me, it's one of the easiest to do for the tapes.
I just don't think they put the effort into it.
Yeah, I just think like the back, part should just, if it can go down a little bit, and then we can tilt the front panel a little bit so it's off the ground, because otherwise it looks like it's just laying on the ground. That's
it looks
literally
like a vacuum.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like it's transformed. Maybe it's not transformed fully, and then the part that is hanging up, it's supposed to stick straight up. So maybe it's not completely transformed correctly or all the way. I'm hoping, but otherwise, I think this set, Laserbeak, Ravage, Frumble, look great.
Yeah, I agree. Iron Factory's Red Alert will be shipping out soon. It's EFEX73T. Again, love the packaging. I believe the packaging has a significance. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. But I do like it. I love the window. Very unique. And yeah, I think this looked better than the Sideswipe.
I agree. I think we said that the bot mode and the alt mode look better as well. But
all right. Well, the next thing that we're going to talk about, we can't talk too much about because we are running out of time, but I think you're going to want to talk about it a lot. And that is Fantastic Models, no relation to Fanstoys, don't say that. FM02 Marg, MP Scale Ultra Magnus. So this is the line art, and it's by IO Lab Studio. So line art looks good, but they released a video on this. Go watch it. I believe it's on Fanstoys YouTube channel after you're done with this video. And I guess let's just get into it.
I love the box art.
Yeah,
it looks like the the lead in for the commercial, or was it coming back from a commercial from the G1 cartoon?
To me, it looks like Dreamwave Comics. The kind of poofy design to it. You probably don't know what those look. Yeah. So let's start with this. We've got the White Prime mode, doing the traditional Optimus transformation. And I did want to say about that video, they are dancing a very thin line, putting their characters into the actual cartoon. I was like, they got some balls to do that. Or it's Hasbro, which it could be. You know what I mean? Because it's like, that's shining a spotlight on you, Yeah,
I saw that. I was just like, wow, that's okay. There we go.
Yeah. But close up, here he is. What do you think of this inner robot mode?
I don't like it. I don't like how with the knee bend, how you can see the die cast. I'm assuming it's die cast. It breaks up the whole sculpt of the leg, and I don't like the red kite on his back.
Yes, I'm gonna say something else that you're not gonna like. I don't like the die cast on the crotch. That whole hinge area, how it breaks up the whole. That's the first thing I noticed, and I was like, that is not cool. Because if you remember, I was thinking about getting this figure and I backed out just because of this White Prime, and I'm so glad I didn't, because I think my Magic Square White Prime, yes, it doesn't have the armor to go on it, looks so much better than this. I also don't understand the face with the lines coming down on the faceplate. That could be a comic-related thing, but I don't know. I don't like the red on it as well. I do like the blue on the thighs. I think that looks pretty neat. And it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't... That's why I'm saying no relation to Fanstoys, because this does not look like something I would expect them to make.
Yeah, this photo here does not excite me. I love, of course, the articulation, which again we kind of expect, but yeah, I don't.
But again, I think the Magic Square did it better.
Yeah.
So, but again, Magic Square doesn't have the armor, so give and take.
True.
But that crotch just kills it for me.
Yeah, I didn't even pay attention to the crotch.
Here's the alt mode, which I'm sure you like. I don't personally like the red bumper, but I understand why it's there.
Yeah.
It just makes no sense to me. Why would a white cab have a red bumper? I don't understand it. It was an animation error, I believe. But either which way, it looks like what it's supposed to.
Correct. I agree with you. There's nothing to really say about this. It looks fine for what it is.
Yeah. So I couldn't get a good shot of the trailer, but if you look, I don't like really how that trailer looks on that side. There's a lot of hinges and stuff, and it looks very unfinished. Almost like what I would expect a Hasbro figure to look like.
Well, I don't like the when you detach the trailer from the cab and how the front portions that you actually see here, the blue with the silver, that's the stand for it. I can't remember what they're called, and they look bad. They look like they look like just some flaps that that are there because of transformation or the combination, but they don't look good at all.
Yeah,
they don't
I
look
agree.
like normal legs on a cab.
But let's be honest, this is the mode everybody wants. Well, unless you're weird like me, who wants the white prime. This is the mode everybody wants. And it looks good. Is it any better than X-Transbots? I'll let you decide, because you have that.
I don't see where it's really any better.
I think the same thing.
I think it looks good. I think it looks fine, and it's giving us something different, which is great, especially for people who are going to buy both, or like me. It's great to have a different look for the same character. For me, again, I could be wrong. Maybe other figures do this, but I just noticed that the breakup of the knee bend, and that I don't really like that. And again, maybe it's on other characters and I just didn't pay attention. But I guess with the just so much blue, red, and white here, seeing that it really throws it off for me. But it looks great though. It's in everywhere else. It looks great. I'm very interested in how all this comes together on that inner robot.
Yeah. Not my figure. I'm glad I didn't pre-order it. If I did, I probably would be canceling pre-order. This is not to the level that I would expect Fanstoys to be at, honestly.
I'm still keeping mine. Hopefully it ships.
Yeah, okay. That's a surprise.
Hopefully it ships like today. That would be great.
Yeah.
I think it look. I think it looks fine, but I don't think this is above and beyond what X-Transbots did.
Except for having the inner robot. That's the only thing that's different.
Yeah, the transformation, should be better because you're going to be piecing the armor on, and I can't see it being as complex. I still had an issue. I had QC issues with a couple of parts of the X-Transbots, but then during the transformation, I don't like the way the cap folds into the chest part. That I always had a hard time with that. But otherwise, I'm curious on how this transforms, and I want to see them right next to each other. Yeah.
So let us know what you think below about this figure, if you're picking it up, if you're not, and let's talk. I forgot about this. This is probably my favorite part of this whole thing. It's very reminiscent of that Dreamwave cover where the armor's falling off of him and shows the inner Prime. Love it. But yeah.
Yeah,
I know it doesn't mean anything to you.
It looks kind of cool, but yeah, this doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah. Well, and I don't think this one is meant for you. This head would be meant for somebody like me, but then they botched the white Prime design. So let's get into what's recently released, and let's kind of go through these pretty quickly. First, Blockies. They showed off the Galaxy versions at US retail. It looks like they're about $5. And these are pictures are via TFW users Moon and Dirge121. So are you going to be picking up the whole crate of these?
No.
Are you going to just get one to try it out?
No.
If there was a character I was interested in, I might, but I don't like that they're blind boxed.
No. Not gonna. Nope. Then that means you just buy a whole box.
Next, we've got BDT Studios connector and gap filler for Brawn, as well as a big gun that is for a slew of characters. And I didn't know his head was just out and about on the figure when he transformed, so I think this is kind of necessary.
Well, this is the figure I was saying, the Megatron statue.
Yeah.
Yeah, this... I
like the big gun. Not for Braun, but maybe for somebody else. I think that's kind of cool.
Well,
I wouldn't pay... It's $20. I would not pay $20 for that gun, but it is really cool.
Well, there was a episode in the G1 cartoon where Braun grabbed Megatron's gun, and so that...
Did it look like this?
No, it was his fusion cannon.
Okay, well, maybe this is Megatron's fusion cannon.
Yeah.
Next, we have Go Better's upgrade set for New Age Octavian, and I guess it makes him longer. Honestly, I think the before picture looks better, but I guess it's so you could fit more cars underneath or something like that.
Yeah, I agree. I think the before looks better as well.
As well as some gap fillers it also has, but
yeah. I really don't like how on the top, like right by the two, where the two is of the new version, how that gap where his arms are supposed to like touch the back, it's just like his arms go, and it's a huge gap. I don't like that at all.
Me neither.
But yeah, I don't have this figure, so I don't have to worry about that.
This made me think of you. Because we've got the fourth party DP01 Desperado. This is a battle damage version. This is 14 inches tall. And I know you were really into the New Age one. And I was like, well, this one's like a budget version. The paint still looks great. And it would go with the Prime since you're going to buy that, Optimus Magnus Prime. So you might as well get this to go with them.
I actually looked at this and said, I did like the New Age one. I wonder if this is... And then I started looking at the pictures. It's like, no, not at all.
It definitely does not look as good.
No, not at all. And I looked at the New Age one again. And I was like, gosh, I like this. But that price... That price is...
Just get it.
I mean, I would gladly pick up the 3 or 4 figures that you talked about. I just need your credit card number.
Yeah, no. This does look good, though. Especially for the price. If you really want this figure, you could always find a cloak to put on him,
His head's a different color from his body, it looks like.
Well, when you think about it, if the head is inside of him, when he's running around in the dirt, and then he transforms, it would be clean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I definitely will be passing on this one.
Yeah. I've seen worse, though. Well, let us know your thoughts below on all this. There was a lot of interesting things. We got the not reactivate. What was it? That one Prime. Let us know your thoughts on that. I don't remember the game. Devastation. There we go. And Fanstoys, or not Fanstoys. fantastic models. Marg, let us know your thoughts below on those and everything else. And we'll see you in the next one.
James is just like,
it's been a long day.
Again, if you haven't, subscribe, check out our memberships. Let us know if you're interested in prints. Let us know if you're going to LA. And we'll see you next time. As always, till all debates are won. Bye for now.
See you later.